Welcome back to your Live with Colman, where we help you navigate the mess that is your life. Now, folks, today's guest might be the most, let's just say, outrageous guest we've had on the show. He's a man who's been kicked out of his apartment for a series of questionable decisions, but claims he did nothing wrong. Let's welcome our first guest, who's come straight from the welfare office, Jamar.
Yo, what up, Colman? Man, I gotta say it, but I don't trust many white guys. I don't like them. But see you're a good man, Colman. You're a good man.
Thank you.
Don't let me down now.
I'll try not to. Let's jump right into it. You've been evicted for, let's say, throwing late night gangbangs, not paying rent, keeping a Shetland pony in your apartment, and a kicker, impregnating half the building's residents. How do you respond to all these complaints, Jamar?
Yo, first of all, I don't want people to be talking shit. I ain't throwing no gangbangs. I just like to, bring people over, have adult relations, and that's what you do when you're living the high life, right? As for the rent, man, I have the money, the bank, those motherfuckers, they took it. I called them, and they said the money is not there, but those fuckers, they'll be lying out their ass. And as for the Shetland pony, that was my roommate.
Right. So no gangbangs, just a friendly gathering of people at midnight. And as for the pony, you won a Shetland pony in a cockfight. Is that right? But the building has no pets policy. How do you explain yourself, Jamar?
Yeah, I won him in a cockfight, but that motherfucker is no pet. He was my roommate. Fucker, he don't pay no rent, he started all my coke, and fucked all my bitches. And can I add something?
Go ahead.
Ain't nobody told me no Shetland ponies weren't allowed. Plus, we were for the most part living in harmony. Me, the pony, the people, everything, even the postman.
You're saying you didn't know the pony wasn't allowed, even though the building had a no pets policy? And about the late night parties, were you not aware those were disturbing the neighbours?
I ain't saying this again. That motherfucker was no pet. He was my roommate. And then for the late night parties, people be just getting mad because they ain't living the life like me. They're getting up early for work, doing stupid shit. The gangbangs, it was just a little adult recreation. Ain't no harm in that. Everybody was involved. Lacey Stacey, Harry Mary, Slippy Sally, Sexy Lexi, and Rusty Rita, who turned out to be a man. But by the time I realized it was too late, so I just went along with it. I don't see the problem.
So everyone was involved, huh? But what about the kids, Jamar? Half the building says you fathered a bunch of children and you keep denying it.
Look, man, I know nothing about no kids. People just be making up shit like they're mad because they're out there and they're living and they're stuck in the same routine. They say I fathered kids, but you going to blame me? I don't remember any of these transactions. I be smoking crack. It's just some like weird rumors, Last week, Shanice, my neighbour, comes over, banging on my door, telling me she's pregnant and the child is mine. I told her, you ain't pregnant, bitch. You're just fat. Go home, take a shit. And that was last week and she still hasn't apologised.
So you think impregnating half the building's residents is not your responsibility? You're saying it's just rumours?
Man, I ain't going to take the blame for nobody's choices. People got to take responsibility for their own actions. They were there. They knew what was going down. They hopped on my dick. I ain't going to sit here and let him pin that shit on me. I got enough on my plate with the eviction, the pony situation. I got a fungus on my toe. I ain't got time for this shit.
Where's the pony right now?
Rumours say that little piece of shit went to Canada, but I know he'd be laying in Detroit, hustling and bustling, and when I get the chance, I'm going to tear his ass a new one.
No chance for reconciliation?
No, we passed that, man. He gave Slippy Sally ringworm. The fucker was living rent-free, snorted all my coke, and stole my crack.
Right, and the eviction, you're not worried about that either?
Nah, man, it's just a little bump in the road. I'm going to get me another place. You think they're going to stop me? Nah, I got it under control. People are just mad because they ain't got the same personality as me or a big dick like me. They got problems. I don't.
Okay, Jamar, I think we got it all figured out here. No responsibility, no understanding of consequences, and definitely no accountability. Sounds like a solid plan for life.
Yeah, man, it's all good. People need to stop hating on me. They need to get their own ponies, host their own gangbangs. They're just mad because they ain't living it up like I am.
Well, there you have it, folks. A man who truly's got it all figured out in his own mind. This one goes out to you, Jamar.